Nigeria's inflation rate falls for the first time to 21.34% in December of 2022 after reaching a 17-year high of 21.47% in November 2022. It comes after 10 months. It comes after 11 months in a row of high food prices, hike in prices of petrol, and high cost of living. Annual core inflation rate, which excludes farm products, increased consecutively through 9 months to a 16-year high of 18.5% in December, up from 18.2% in November. Consumer Price Index increased as well by 1.71% in the last quarter of 2022. Nigerians voiced their discontent with the negative implications as their purchasing power continued to erode due to the diverse effects of inflation. They've called on the Nigerian government to enact both proactive and reactive measures to avoid a resurgence of the problems that arose in 2022. Our correspondent reports.
Inflation was a recurring theme in Nigeria all through the year 2022 as it affected the cost of living, production and distribution of goods and services and the economy as a whole. High inflation destabilizes markets by creating unnecessary shortages and brings about weak purchasing power. The flood in Kogi State in October, as well as ongoing crude oil theft in Niger Delta, added massively to the negative impact of high inflation rates.
I think as a person, it has greatly affected my purchasing power. And then the earning power has also not increased to the level that could match up to inflation. A practical example is if I were earning, for instance, 100,000 in 2015, what I could have purchased with the 100,000 in 2015, if I go to get the same thing for today, I could get far less than what I was supposed to get in 2015. These are the days that you go to a shopping mall with 200,000, 500,000, you come out with just a small bag. In the past, you come out with trolleys.
I work online, so I do a lot of stock trading. I also do a lot of property. So it has affected my property very, very much because you don't get buyers anymore. Because families rather save rather than, investing nowadays. So it's more of the whole country is on survival mode. So it has affected me gravely, but what can we do?
Looking at the trend with the data provided by the National Bureau of Statistics, inflation peaked at 15.60% year-on-year in January to 21.4% year-on-year in November and eased in December as 21.34%. With inflation higher than seen in several decades, cost of living crisis, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and the lingering COVID-19 pandemic, all issues weigh heavily on the global outlook as global inflation forecast is to rise from 4.7% in 2021 to 8.8% in 2022, but to decline to 6.5% in 2023.